Hello there. We are in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 14, the reigns of Amaziah and Jeroboam II. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happens in here. Amaziah's foolish war against Israel. It's interesting, Israel and Judah did fight each other occasionally between the different subsequent kings that they had. And it just shows that they really didn't understand God's plan originally of uniting and sharing God's purpose to the nations at all. They just were so busy with their own thing, their own politics, their own kingships and all of that. And you have chapter 15, the unstable monarchy of Israel, the reign of Azariah over Judah. His reign was really just sad. Anyway, then there's 5 kings of Israel, that 5 kings over the kingdom of Israel mentioned after that. Short reign of the evil king Zechariah, the even briefer reign of Shalom, and another reign of Mahanaim, a 2-year reign of Pekaniah, 20-year reign of Pekah, and then Jotham, who reigned as well. And a lot of these kings, there's a lot of conspiracies, there's a lot of overthrow, there's a lot of assassinations, there's a lot of things going on when you read the books of Kings and Chronicles, just showing you how corrupt people were when they weren't worshiping God, when they were falling away to their own devices, their own ways, finding their own truths, forgetting that there is only one truth. There is one God, this absolute, period, moral standard that we need to live by and follow. But they were following their own kinds of ways. Whenever you see the people setting up altars on hills and trees, these were not good places. They were places of idol worship and falseness. You go to encyclopedias, you study the history. These were just made out of really just gnarly, nasty looking things you wouldn't want, your children seeing in the public. Those were the kinds of things they would build to altars to false gods. It was not like they were going and worshiping God on the high hills or high places. These were false gods that they were worshiping. And then chapter 16, the compromise of Ahaz, his disobedience. He makes Judah subject to the nation of Assyria. Ahaz perverts worship of the temple. And then, of course, there's all that. Israel falls in chapter 17. Evil reign of Hoshea. Futile resistance against Assyria, of course, there. The northern kingdom falls to Assyria, 722 BC. They practiced, openly practiced idolatry. They didn't even hide the fact that they were, ignoring God. And he continues to warn them through the prophets and other people about what he's going to do if they fall away from him. That's what they do. They get thrown into captivity. The Assyrians wipe them out. They're gone. There's no coming back from Assyrian captivity. They're done. The southern kingdom, Judah, we're going to read more about in the rest here when we get into Hezekiah and chapter 18 and all those. We're going to end in chapter 17 just because there's so much for you to read. And I want you to read that, study, pray, ask the Holy Spirit to be your guide, and he will, because he wrote all this. And all of these events happened in history. These are all historical events. Again, that the Old Testament was written. It was just the Bible. That was the Bible to the New Testament believers. When the disciples were following Jesus around, this was their Bible. This was the history of Israel and the Jewish people. So it's interesting to study, and I hope that you have a great day. Continue with the word of truth, and God bless.